This podcast is sponsored by Collective Growers, a boutique cannabis retailer located in Ottawa and Pembroke, featuring an exclusive collection of established and emerging brands. Their selection is carefully curated by their merchandising team to include highly differentiated and distinctive cannabis products. With locations in Ottawa and Pembroke, they are your one-stop shop for your cannabis needs. Visit their dispensary today.
Bam! That's our first sponsor. That's very nice. Very nice. Very well done, my friend. He has a great voice. Great voice. You didn't stutter.
Yeah, that was my first time not
Beautiful.
stuttering. You know, I
might just have to take that and just like
I was really focused just
and
now.
keep that
Throw
one.
some music on it.
You might have to keep that one.
That might be a hitter.
Just
Still.
throw it out.
The elevator music.
Anyways, that's our sponsor today.
Shouts
hit
out
them up
Collective
if you're in
Growers.
the area.
Yeah, Ottawa, Pembroke area.
If you need all your cannabis, your legal cannabis needs.
Because we are in a legal
Here in
country.
Canada.
Canada.
Yeah. If you're 19 plus, of course you can get it. If you're not, sorry.
Yep, sucks to be you.
Um,
Anyways, welcome to the Lost and Talks podcast, episode 74. Shouts out the sponsor then one more time, Collective Growers.
Yep.
For sponsoring the pod today. Appreciate you guys. A lot to talk about today, but nothing at all at the same time.
why is that, my friend?
Just because this is just life.
True. What, you have shit's going down?
Do I?
Do you? I don't know.
Every day I do.
Okay.
But realistically, just the world is just always in turmoil.
Yeah.
Where shall we begin? Let's begin soft. Let's begin with a catch up with the COVID talks.
Okay.
It's been a year.
Yeah.
Just over.
I think sometime this week we officially hit a year.
Yep.
Yeah, it was we were talking about like the 15th of March or some shit like that. Somewhere around that time.
Still masked up.
Yeah, surprisingly. So funny how downplayed it was back then.
Yeah.
That first month or two, by everybody, by us. Probably, I think we downplayed it.
Oh yeah,
You could
for
probably
sure.
go back and look. Like, yeah, by the summer it's done.
I said that up until May or something like that. May, I remember saying,
And then by then you're
it's
like,
gone.
by then you're like, okay, no, but by May you were like,
Yeah.
or we're probably like, okay, yeah, this is our life forever.
Yeah. By May, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, the year's gone.
Yeah.
The year's gone. Yeah,
I was like, hopefully we get fall.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm pretty sure the year is gone.
Yeah.
yeah. Everybody's downplaying it. And the entire American government was downplaying it. Our government was down. Our provincial government was downplaying
their old
it.
president was still downplaying it up until the very end. Like, so it's pretty crazy. That,
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Like,
we still live in a world where like world leaders are denying shit like that. But you know.
yeah. He even got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got it.
That's crazy.
Like he even got it. Which
That's
is actually,
wild.
That's actually wild.
So
Not
much
gonna lie.
happened, but nothing.
The
Like you
president
said,
got
Like I
nothing
just said,
happened.
right?
I was like, damn, I forgot about all of that. Like, 'cause-
In the last year, so much has happened, but nothing has really
Yeah.
happened. You know?
I forgot. Like, I don't know when it happened. When it wasn't just like, 2020 was over. It was like, all right, I don't know when we're coming. I don't know when this is done. Like, I don't know, like, because that's where I am now. Where I'm like, yeah, people are saying, yeah, October, end of the year. No, like, I don't know when this is gonna.
Yeah,
be
I know.
done,
Now
bro.
at this point, I just tell you, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Just just go to sleep, wake up the next day.
Just
That's
live
it.
your life,
Like,
bro.
Just live your life.
This is it.
Yeah, like
This is it.
seriously, because yeah,
It's just tough.
you can't really know. That's why every day, like, try to do a lot, but then also if nothing happens because nothing's going on.
I'm trying to think back to what was the last thing I did, or one of the last things, if you guys can remember, one of the last things that you guys did before the lockdown even happened, before any of us actually were like, oh, okay, we're actually staying inside.
Yeah.
Like going out and stuff.
Yeah, what was the last
last
thing? I
thing?
can't remember what the last thing was.
Like,
I
we're
remember doing like a photo shoot with Rahel, one of the person from last year's wave.
Yeah.
And I remember
I actually remember that.
And I remember, I remember like going on the subway and like being kind of like why are all these people wearing masks? And that was like a
Facts.
week before it was shut down. And I remember
being on the subway.
remember
too,
talking
like
about that too,
Yeah.
and I was like, Jesus Christ, yeah.
Yeah, I remember being on the subway
Yeah.
like that too.
And I think
without
like
the
2
masks.
weeks before it happened, I had a show. Remember at
Yeah.
That was I think the last outing maybe
Facts,
that
that
I
might have
might
been
have
it,
had.
It
Yeah,
was around the time we were shooting those medium format photos at that studio. I think that was around the time.
Yeah, well, I think we were already in it at that point.
Yeah, maybe.
We were already in it at that point because I remember.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Most places were already closed.
Yeah,
and we weren't sure if that place was
Yeah,
going
it
to be
was
open.
just like really confusing at that time. It still
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I don't remember what I did, to be honest. Like, we shot that Wiz video. No, was it the Wiz video?
We shot the Wiz video in January.
Yeah, so that was before
End of
it.
January.
That was still before it.
We went to that that J Raccoon show.
Right.
I think that was one of the last things we did.
Yeah, and that was when we were talking about this China virus, is the people were calling it back then.
Shit.
People were calling it China virus.
Whoa.
It's true. No, people were calling it that though.
Yeah,
like,
I remember that.
It was all like Wuhan virus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't even called COVID.
Heavy racism. We'll get to that though.
Oh fuck yeah! There's a lot. Yeah, we could get into that
We'll get
later.
to that
There's
later.
a bunch of stuff on social media brewing about that.
Yeah, China virus is a very pertinent.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
Pertinent.
Yeah, Wuhan virus.
Yeah,
is
it's
bad.
just wild.
You know, Wuhan's like probably have like less cases in a lot of places now,
Yeah.
from what we know. But
It's funny, yeah, like that was kind of the first introduction to it, is not like what it was, how it spreads. It was like where it came from. And I get that that's probably in science, that's like one of the easiest things that you can like, okay, here's what we know for sure is like, let's locate where it came from. But like, wouldn't you be more concerned with like what this thing could possibly do? Because we don't, it's a like when a new virus is born, you don't know what it does to the human, like
Exactly.
the body, like how it spreads, where it spreads, the distancing. Like we still don't know shit. Like
still
we
don't know
say
shit.
6 feet, but we still don't know about. Remember all that shit that was going on in the beginning? Like people thought it could like,
Yeah,
fall
people were
on
like,
the
oh, it was
ground.
airborne.
Yeah, like there's so much not like things
the
we
World
didn't
Health
know.
Organization didn't actually. They were fucking up back then. They didn't even understand how. Yeah, they didn't understand fully how it spread. So
Yeah. I remember them saying, it might be airborne.
the term airborne was being thrown around, and then there was people were contradicting each other, and people were saying, "Oh, it's not." Some people were saying it was, and then they had to define what airborne meant. And airborne, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I think airborne is like it's actually in the air that you breathe.
Yeah,
It's attached to it.
So if we
basically.
breathe the same air,
Yeah.
essentially, but what the World Health Organization was claiming that only if you cough or sneeze, then that's how it's gonna truly spread.
Yeah.
Versus us breathing the same oxygen. But I mean, if we're like really close, like close, so close that Jamal and I shouldn't be this close, like then I think it wouldn't matter at that point. Because like we are sharing the same oxygen and shit.
Yeah.
And like as we breathe and talk, spit is flying out of our mouth. So
Basically.
yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah.
I was seeing some posts today from people that were working, that I used to work with actually. And they're like, wow, it's funny. A year ago, they said 2 weeks only. I was like, fat.
They said it's gonna be done in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
that's
They
crazy.
said it's in
I'm
funny-
cheesed
yeah.
that I had false hope. That
Yeah.
I was given false hope like that. I don't remember what it feels like to have thought that it would be over in 2
Yeah.
weeks, but the fact that I might have woken up and been like, all right, okay, only 2 weeks of this.
Couple weeks of this,
I'm
whatever.
cheesed at myself, bro.
And then you're like, okay, a month. I can do 2 months.
We're like, okay, yeah.
Summer.
Summer. Summer. It's gonna be like hot outside. Everyone's gonna get the vitamin D. It's gonna be good.
Shit, summer was great.
And then summer got.
Summer was lit. Though.
Summer was open up for a bit though.
Summer was open up, and I think that was just because they're like, oh, fuck it. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Like I went to.
there's no way we can keep people inside.
I was going to several bars in the early summer.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I don't mind too much because like
Patios.
this year I feel like if not like if they I don't think it was too lax, but it will be some sort of the same way that we ran out last summer. We'll be able to do that again this year. So that's why I didn't even care if we're still kind of in protocols for the rest of this year. If we get to enjoy the summer, then I don't know. I think that's fine.
That's what I'm saying. As long as,
Yeah.
at least as long as I get a touch of summer. I'm just
I-
gonna go camping. And,
As controversial as it is, I think I think our true way to like get past it is going to be the vaccine, honestly, to as soon as possible kind of thing, So, yeah, as soon as our government plans to roll out a fucking more than 10 million vaccinations given to people by like June or earlier. So that's like a third of our population, which that amount will definitely like stop the spread.
But is that like both shots? Because
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah,
Because like, so
hopefully just that
Sampri,
first one.
Sampri got his like,
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever, 3 weeks ago or something, and then so you're supposed to get it whatever
Yeah.
2 weeks later, but they told him like, okay, yeah, now you're gonna get it like 4 months from now or something.
I think
like
they
that.
said
because they're
both
just trying to
shots.
give
Oh, really? Yeah.
everybody a first shot. As many people as possible a first shot,
So-
and then they're just like, okay, then we'll give you all the second
Now
shot.
we
But-
have a bunch of different vaccines floating around here. Most of them are 2 shots, except I think the one of them is 1 shot, but then it's also just not as good. It might be the Johnson & Johnson one, I think. But anyways, the 2 shot ones, the first shot is like 90% of the vaccine. The second shot is simply a booster. So it's to help extend the vaccine, prolong it. You know what I mean? So if you get the first shot, you're very well protected for the most part. They just recommend you get the second shot to extend the vaccine to like a full year's time or so. So his first shot is gonna do well. It's not like he's like not protected at the moment. Like it's pretty good. So my dad, that's what they said. So, and my dad got the vaccine a couple days ago as well. He got the European one we have, the Moderna one. Moderna? No, is it Moderna?
That sounds like one of my grandma's
Motherfucking no.
My grandma's name is Minerva.
Minerva, yeah.
Okay, no, it's another one. It starts with an A. I'm not gonna look it up.
AstraZeneca.
Yeah, that one. That's the one we got.
Oh, okay.
It's like European.
Yeah, I think those are like the Pfizer,
And we bought off Europe.
Moderna, AstraZeneca.
Because there was
yeah.
like a fucking surplus of it. You got actually same topic, but did you guys hear about how in Texas, they have a surplus of vaccines just lying around because so little people in Texas want to take it.
Yeah, I was gonna say people in Texas are outside.
They're out here with no masks, bro. They
Yeah.
think this shit's over already.
So they
like,
wanted to give, all the 60-year-old plus people the vaccine, and there's so little of them that actually want it that they've just opened up the vaccine to anybody. Like you could be 20 years old and get it in Texas right now.
That's crazy.
That's lit.
Because there's just so many. And then Texas also just like giving it to selling it to other states and fucking countries.
Yeah, I got the official word from the Americans
ridiculous.
that it's the culprits of this crazy non-mask wearing people. It's mostly Texas,
Yeah.
Florida,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
one more place I can't think of. I can't think of
Another Southern.
As the big states, I'm sure there's a bunch
Yeah.
of shitty or sorry, no state is shitty.
Surprisingly, people have been like, LA's boring.
Yeah, that's why everyone's moving out. Everyone's
Yeah.
moving to Texas.
Yeah,
You know how many
everyone's-
people I've heard this year?
Atlanta.
Say-
There we go.
Atlanta is the state
Yeah,
that's fucking
yeah,
up. Oh, the
yeah.
city. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how many people I've heard randomly say I'm moving to Texas?
Yeah, I've been
Like-
hearing. No, and I've heard some people actually are moving to Florida.
On top of Joe Rogan.
Yeah, a lot of people have
Elon
been
Musk
moving
wants
out.
to move to Texas. Like, what the fuck?
Well, that makes sense because they're not that it's justifiable, but like if it's just regular people going, that just because they want to like, but it's like because they can handle big business out there, that's why they want to do it probably, right? Like they can actually do.
They
shit.
can actually do shit. I get it. You're
They're
rich.
probably they probably like scale wise, their money has been more affected than us. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, realistically.
Yeah. LA's just been boring.
Yeah, I've been hearing. LA's
There's no
boring.
reason to go there. So everyone's going to Florida, Texas if they want to do whatever.
Yeah, that's the thing
fuck
with
shit
LA.
they
It's
wanna
like
do.
if there's no it's a built town. Like the water has to be piped in from like it's like Vegas kind of in a way, right? So it's like if it's one of those cities that shouldn't be a city if it wasn't like something if there wasn't Hollywood and all this shit going on there.
Yeah.
It's just this place, you know. Like yeah, it's a nice area and they got beaches and stuff, but it's like so is the rest of California, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the COVID update situation for you guys. It's been a year now officially, and we're still inside mostly.
I wonder how many
We've
pods
had
we
some
did before.
restrictions.
Just like 20, probably less than 20, maybe.
We've done more pods in
Yeah.
quarantine than we've done out of quarantine.
We thought when we did the quarantine sessions, I thought it was gonna be this very little chunk.
Yeah,
of-
this
of
little
a-
piece of history.
Yeah, but we technically like we took ourselves out of quarantine and we were like, "Yo, fuck it." You know?
We're like, yo, fuck this shit, bro.
Yeah. There was a time where we just said, screw it.
Like
Yeah.
technically, we could still be doing this shit online.
Online. I
how
see
many-
some people do
How
it.
many fucking talk shows and shit?
I
are
still see fucking like Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
that's whack, yo.
Yeah, come on.
I'm like, that's
It's
whack.
three of you guys.
New York,
you know?
yeah. New
Come
York's
on,
like
bro.
open.
Yeah.
They opened movie theaters in New York recently, so like you can go to AMC or whatever, watch a movie now.
That's jokes.
So like yeah, all that shit's open up again. So like I don't know, man. Like, I mean, companies like that are just, it's like between safety and rep. They don't, maybe there's still like people that might be like, what the fuck? But like
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there now?
I don't know, man.
How many rappers are in clubs in Texas right now fucking it up? Like,
I mean, Texas is
That's where it's
Texas,
at.
bro. Yeah.
but that, even though all the rappers from LA are going there,
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
to
gotta
do whatever
know.
they gotta do,
gotta
get
make
their
your
club
money.
money and shit.
I get it. You gotta
Right.
get your bag. Like I can't hate on them, but at the same time, I get it.
If the bag is out there, like if we were in the continental United States, like if you could travel to Texas, like and you live around there, like
Fuck it.
you could get a show
Yeah,
and
you can
get a
get a-
bag, like
Hop on
a
a
quick
flight there
bag.
for like
Yeah.
150, $200. Like
yeah,
I'm
and
going
you're just
there.
like, well, I can make a couple of racks tonight. Like, why not? Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
It's so sick, yo. You could just fly.
like
to
imagine if
different
you're just like,
states.
yo,
Yeah.
any
I
artists
do
in
that
any artists in Texas want to
Yeah.
shoot, you could do a
Wanna
little
shoot?
tour, bro.
So I'm saying, like, we've been.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Austin, Houston.
We could be shooting through all throughout
Dallas.
Texas, bro.
Just bring a hazmat.
Yeah.
Fuck it,
That's what
bro.
I'm
Might,
saying,
it's
whatever.
worth it.
A 1-2, bro.
Yeah.
Your little cloth mask.
Yeah.
Call it a day, yo.
Cloth mask.
Or those air things that they have, those airhead
Oh, like the-
chamber things.
Like the shit that looks like, it makes you look like you're in Among Us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hazmat.
Not a hat,
Yeah.
like just a
The
helmet.
bubble.
Oh,
The
yeah.
head.
Just the bubble.
The head,
Yeah.
yeah, the head.
Just
thingy.
the bubble.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be hard.
Yeah.
I was even seeing some places saying, "Yeah, yo, we might open up amusement parks, but you can't scream on rides." And I'm like, all right, stop trolling. Like,
You gotta wear your mask on the ride.
yeah, don't fucking kill me.
They'll say you
bro.
gotta wear the mask
Yeah,
on the
for
ride.
sure.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
jokes though.
You guys see people flexing their vaccination cards? Like, this
No,
is like a
have you seen
thing.
the people that are becoming influencers off of being anti-vaxxers and non-mask wearers?
Like they're becoming famous
Yeah, they're becoming popular online.
within that fucked up community, though.
Yeah, within that community, but
Yeah.
it's spilling into my world, and I don't like it.
But it's
And-
also a good
yeah.
thing that we can keep an eye on what's going out there, you know? Like you don't want to ever not know what's going on, like with the
Facts.
incels. Like you want to, not that you want to know what's going on in their chats, but like, you know, you want to keep tabs because they're the ones doing dangerous shit, you know?
They're
like,
scary, man.
Yeah.
The anti-maxers, vaxxers, the Proud Boys, yo.
Horrible people, man. Let's get to it though. Let's get to the topic of the last few days and the week. Not the greatest, most positive one, but we'll just talk about it. We get it out there.
Pretty relevant to
Pretty
everything we're
relevant.
talking about anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly. So the Asian community, and I don't like just saying the Asian community because people don't count like India and other places.
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
Asians.
it is a very
which
general
is
term, right?
Kind of, yeah,
It's a weird.
'Cause Asia's so big.
yeah.
It's one of those weird things that, like, as we've gotten more progressive as a society, that's the one where I've always been kind of weirded by
We've
saying
been
Yeah.
Asian.
we've been too
Yeah.
lax on that.
And
You
yeah,
guys should say East or South or.
it is. I mean,
That-
East
it should
Asian
just make sense.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's just it's just weird. Yeah, like I don't know.
I get it, but I don't.
Yeah,
Because I don't know. Whatever. Anyways.
Yeah.
But the Asian community, or a portion of it, or a good portion of it, not saying that Indians aren't getting hate either out there, or anybody else from Asia. But yeah, a good portion of the Asian community has been getting an extra amount of hate. I would say with this whole COVID situation and a lot of other situations that are going on, definitely has not started because of COVID. It has definitely been prominent. It's just people of color. There's racism.
yeah,
Yeah.
But in the last week, few days, last year, we've seen a increase in attacks on those people, which is simply just not needed
yeah,
and really stupid.
yeah.
yeah.
It again, it's not like that last year was the major cause, but something like, for instance,
Yeah.
Trump using the actual words China virus or whatever.
Wuhan, as we were
Yeah.
saying earlier, just talking
Wuhan.
about
Those are
Yeah.
instigators because there are people who, and it's a weird thing where it's like, can you, like, yeah, you can blame them, but can you blame, like, I'm just gonna like, can you blame
No, it's
them
fair.
if their president is like, oh yeah, you know, he said China virus, so I could say China virus.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's just obviously making it okay.
Yeah.
To isolate these people and say
Yeah.
that they are at the root cause of it. I mean, like, yes, it started there, but bro, it's not like it's always China. There's other fucking plague has started from other areas in the world.
We should,
too.
if we talk about where plagues and all this disease and shit really started, it was in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like back then it was Europe. Like that long ago was Europe. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of viruses come out of South America too. Like it's just like, so I know a lot of people. I don't know people. I understand that there are people that are always blaming, the Asian community about these types of viruses. SARS before and this and that, and it's just like, it's poor. It's just people fucking taking their anger out on this community.
For what?
For what reason?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Like, it did start there. But that dude you just assaulted has nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, if anything, you could blame maybe the Chinese government. At the highest level, you can maybe take your anger out on that a little bit. Because maybe it was more their fault. But this random dude on the street you just assaulted...
Has nothing to do.
Nothing to do with it. That's fucked up.
Harming somebody of
Like
just
what?
the same race or somebody that looks like what you think the problem is not going to help solve the problem or fix anything. I just don't get when people do shit like that. Like, why attack somebody that you and I, we all know has nothing to do with this issue?
Yeah.
Why attack that person and then, say random shit and slurs to them and whatnot?
It's hard to say. Like, it's just like, this is like what racists are gonna do.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a weird one because, this specific incident that happened this week, this terrorist attack that happened this week.
It's a terrorist attack, yeah.
The killer didn't explicitly say or anything that it was a racially motivated attack. In fact, it was he admitted that it was like a sexually motivated attack in the sense that
mostly women were killed, right?
Yeah, and he said, he has he's recovering from a sex addiction or something like that.
I heard something about that.
I don't know if he said it or if the spokesperson, the racist cop who was the spokesperson. I can't remember if it was that person who said. I'm pretty sure it was the killer admitted it, but the killer said he has like a sex addiction and he just wanted to remove temptation from the world, so that's why he shot up 3 massage parlors.
Thanks.
But they were all Asian owned, you know. So it's.
I mean, it's highly possible he's an incel and a fucking racist.
Yeah. That's the
Those
thing.
two could easily be.
It's probably both. So I think it was like four of the women were people of color, and I think it was 1 white woman and one white man. I think, but 6 victims were killed, and it was in Asian owned establishments, Asian American owned establishments. Yeah, and the cop who was like the spokesperson for the Atlanta police, he said this is just a guy who was having a bad day, and
I can't believe he said that.
And he said, so he said that, and then also
Atlanta police said that.
Yeah, the sheriff, and then
come on, man, they should know.
They dug him up later. They dug up his Facebook right after, and they found he had a picture last year of he posted some shirt. He had bare shirts. It was like this shirt that said something like coronavirus. China. It said China. Like it said China virus on it. Like it literally said China virus on it. And he's like,
the 100,
just picked up my new shirt
100%
or whatever.
Racially motivated.
Yeah.
There's no way. You mentioned the sex addiction thing, so I thought there was a parallel between that and massage parlors.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
maybe it was a place he visited.
I'm sure that was part of it. Like this killer's justification in his mind. I'm sure that the massage parlor was part of the attack, but the Asian part of it, the fact that they were all Asian businesses, I'm sure there was something maybe he didn't even know that was racist going on, but for sure they played a factor. It played a factor. And so watch, it's going to be interesting how the Atlanta police handles this based on what that cop said and like just the attention on it. But like when you I
can't believe you really said that.
Yeah, like when you're trying to,
that's absurd. Given everything that's happened,
we're trying to like
the last year or two,
we're trying to politicize, because it's the same thing every time one of these things happens. It's the wording, the verbiage is always like this man, what man man was found killing or whatever in Mashhad. It's never white man murdered or no terrorist mention, no murder mention, just killing. And man.
Yeah, like, I saw a post. Maybe you saw the same one. Someone like it was a New York Times. So New York Times article. Yeah, their headline was very generic. It was just like 8 killed in Atlanta.
Yeah.
An Atlanta massage parlor shooting. And then someone edited it on Twitter and they like crossed it out and they wrote like white man murders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
8 Asian women in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Massage parlor or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that, right? Because think about it, like, you know, how many times, like, if it was a black person, it would totally say black man.
Yeah, it would have been the first. Yeah, it would have been the first
Black man did this.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Right.
Or Muslim person did this. ISIS claim responsibility.
Yeah.
Some
Literally.
shit.
ISIS might claim responsibility. We're waiting to find out. But that's what it is, man. It's the same shit. Like, we were dealing with the whole Black Lives Matter thing, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor last year. Now it's time for, you know, the Asian community to get involved as well. This is what it's looking like. And it's the same message, guys, at the end of the day. It's simply, we can't allow this. We can't accept this. This should not be a thing. It's nobody's fucking fault. Yes, this sucks, but we're here. Let's just deal with it. You know? It's pretty simple. And let's also stop with the hate, racism against all people in the Asian community, no matter their color.
There's so much similarity to what's going on right there with, you know, back in when America was like heavily in Iraq and Afghanistan, and the Islamophobia, right?
So people just don't learn.
Ripping off hijabs, doing these things.
Yep, people just don't learn, bro.
It's literally the same behavior happening again, and it's like, fuck. Every time there's some foreign issue in a different country, white people are gonna take their anger out on the other.
Literally.
And the thing about like Chinese Americans is like there's Chinese Americans who are probably like 5, 6, 7 generations deep, you know.
That's
and
they
like,
don't even speak.
And in a way that's kind of different from
Barely,
slavery. I mean, some of them were brought over probably without them knowing, but like knowing the history of where they came from in a different way than that slaves and, you know, losing that connection. But it's like they came here and it's like, no, we're Americans now. And then they built whatever they
to
built.
live the American dream.
Yeah, you know, like, so they've been here for time. Like Mandarin is older than like some, like, you know, like American restaurants, you know, like
Exactly.
like, yeah, there's shit that's part of the Chinese American culture that's older than what some people think is a part of this American identity. You know, they built all of the railroads in North America, Canada and America.
Yep.
It's just swept under the rug. That kind of information.
Yeah, because people don't take that shit in, man. They still see them as foreigners at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Realistically, again, we all know, and I hate to say this, it'd be the most obvious person here. Everybody, pretty much in America, if you aren't indigenous, you're not from there. Yo.
Yeah.
You're not from there. It's not your land.
Not at all.
It's an immigrant nation, bro. Like,
It's the whole thing, bro.
The whole thing.
The whole thing, bro.
one thing as I read more about like Scarborough's history and shit, and just everything from the geography of like the ice ages and shit to the people that came here, like to the amount of Americans that migrated here after after the American Revolution. I'm like, yo, Scarborough's history is the exact same history as American history.
Yep.
Like same events, same cultures, same people, same migrations, same same wildlife, you know, like every influence is the same. The only difference is like a place like here, like Scarborough, we just acknowledge that we're all immigrants or born people from immigrants. You know?
I mean, yeah, we were essentially like a lot of the English side of it is essentially like similar people just moving to different areas of this continent. And then like we were just split up by border and different politics.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
basically.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And our political affairs have just been better. Like for immigration and stuff, and that's why we've become more multicultural.
And I mean, even
That's
we have
literally
we have no by no means a perfect track record. Even right now, like I remember reading about like you know the whole
there's
like
no
immigration policy. Yeah, the
Canada's
immigration
bullshit.
policy
There
in
is.
all countries were like openly like not openly racist, but they weren't. They basically said no black people, no people of color, like prefer the terms that they did use were like British white males were like of the, you know, the cream of the crop. But like there was like a head tax. So like if a Chinese person wanted to immigrate, it was like $500 or something back in like 1900. I'm like, bro, I can't afford that now.
Exactly.
That's probably like 10 grand or something.
Exactly.
You know?
That is a lot of money.
Exactly.
A head too.
Yeah.
So you're paying for your
Yeah.
wife, your child.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Probably have multiple children. Like fuck?
It's crazy.
And then
So they made it really difficult.
And then
Only
basically
rich families
the
came over
only
here.
thing that they changed was like 1960. They finally said, all right, anybody can come, but like you have to know the language. You have to, or you have to either have a job or like be set up for a job. You have to have like a good amount of education.
It's still like that now.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same system,
Yeah, you
but
can't just immigrate here.
Yeah.
Like we are one of the easier countries to immigrate, and get refugee status. We're like really good with that.
just compared to other countries.
Other countries, yeah. Like America, refugees, like, bro,
Yeah.
like this. You know how many like South Americans get rejected at the border? They like, you know, the whole immigration thing. They literally fucking hike to the border.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, like the cartel is trying to kill us. Can you let us in? Nah, fuck off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's that bad. It's fucked up.
It is. But yeah, we just wanted to send, you know, do our part and talk about the issue, and also send some love out to the Asian community out there. My girl's Asian. She's Chinese. I got a lot of people in my life that are of all different places in Asia. So, you know, I'm just here to back them up the same way they would back me up.
You know, sometimes I'm just like I'm happy, but then I'm also sad that like we got exposed to all of those different cultures. You know, like in a way, like black culture raised me, Asian culture raised me. You know, like all these different cultures and made me who I am today. And it's like I feel bad when something like this happens, and not that I want to relate to the people who commit these crimes, but I'm like, you didn't grow up in this kind of. That's the simple difference. It's just like you didn't know anybody who, and that sucks. That's what it's like. You shouldn't have to have an Asian friend or a black friend to be like, oh, I love all black people, or I love all, or I get
just love people.
Yeah, you know, because there are people. There are like, there's so many things that I just learn perspective through film or art and news and whatever. You know, like it's just. The commitment to being a good person, you know.
At the end of the day, I always say that just like pure isolation from other cultures is just gonna breed racism. It's gonna breed bigotry. It's gonna breed, you know, prejudice. So, and I understand that there are people who don't have access to other cultures. Like, you know, they don't actually get to interact with other cultures as much. And those people are, you know, unfortunately gonna have to do more work.
Simply.
Yeah, because it's like, I get it. If you're, I understand if you live in a small northern community here, where it is like 90% white and maybe like 10% native,
or not even here. If you live in fucking buttfuck nowhere in Sweden or some shit,
it could even be Sweden,
or you know, one of those places.
Yeah, it could be
anywhere.
It could be Japan.
It could even be Africa. You're even if you're living in Africa and all you've been surrounded by is black people.
Yeah.
You don't know what other people are like, or all you've heard is the white people are the devil, and like
I love Japanese people, but they are a good example, like because they are, you know, very
they're isolated,
like one race community, country, right? So it's like it's just different for them to understand it.
Yeah. But even then, like I'm thinking about it, it's like there's a different there's a difference between you know, if you've never seen somebody and like, you know, I've had like a kind of experience where it's like you can tell like they've never really seen a person of color, and then it's like you can tell they're just asking questions because they're curious, and then you can tell people who are like asking questions or being confrontational, like they assume you're an enemy or they assume you're different, you know.
Yeah, you can tell the difference.
Yeah,
I mean, you could blame media for it, you know, like the way black people are depicted in media, you know, the way brown people are depicted in media, and it's all American media. And a lot of
That's like I walks by with a turban. As he walks by with a turban on.
Seinfeld. And a lot of countries globally consume a lot of American media. It's actually American media is always in their face. Yeah. Believe it or not. So even they can get prejudice ideas from even American media. So it's American media influences the whole world, believe it or not. I mean, they're like actual media, like news, and then also like pop culture shit.
Yeah, and that's why I always ask the question, why do we care about the States and shit like that so much? Like, why does that actually involve anything in my Canadian life?
Because they literally have one of the most powerful tools, and I think it's Hollywood.
Yeah. Like
Hollywood is actually one of the most powerful things America has.
That's horrible.
In the world's influence.
Disgusting.
which is crazy.
Well, yeah, like
Besides, and their absurd
Hollywood,
politics.
like just the art, like the
And
the way
war.
that they commodify
Yeah,
like the
and
entertainment
war.
industry, you know,
Yeah.
music,
Yeah.
film,
yeah.
everything.
It is one of
their
their most. It's one of their big tools. Like if you, like remove American Hollywood completely, like it is different. It would be completely different. Like all that influence they have in TV and film and music. Like
I wonder if they knew,
be
like
crazy.
at that time, they knew that like art and like entertainment was gonna be a voice that could actually tap into the people and wasn't like
Definitely not.
science and philosophy.
and what's
things
fucking
like
stupid
that,
is the black
politics.
community is literally like the backbone of all that shit.
Yeah.
In that country.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is like, yeah.
All
That's-
entertainment down to the sports.
See, that's the thing is like
Actually.
when they brought over the slaves, it wasn't just their labor that they commodified. It was like their culture too, in the way they were taking it. And it's like they tried to eliminate it from them, but because like the black people were trying to hold on to the culture so much and retain it and use it as the thing that because they were suppressed in every other way. Afterwards, white people, after slavery was done, then they were like, all right, let's take this now too, and
Yeah.
like that was kind of how that all started afterwards, which is kind of fucked.
But yeah, man. We just want to show some love to our Asian comrades out there.
Yeah.
Friends, family, strangers alike, all of you. And let you know that, this is a safe space for you over here, and we support you guys in all of this. Obviously, there's so much more work that just has to be done overall as a world
Yeah.
for us to get over this whole racism thing, whether that be because you're black, white, yellow, brown, whatever. But
Yeah, I don't know
I
what
feel
the
like
hell's
just
going on here.
I'm just happy. I'm just happy that we have more awareness just on these issues overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the main thing is. I'm just happy there's more awareness because there's definitely deep rooted issues with, for example, like 5th generation Asians that just don't feel like they're Asian enough.
Yeah.
And that's something. There's nothing I could really talk on, but that's something I've heard from several of my friends.
I guess they think they're like the whiteness.
Yeah, the
Or just,
whiteness in
America or wherever they're from,
wherever they're from,
yeah, like
it's been taken away from not
wherever.
really taken, but it's just like they just never grew up around that shit because they're 5th generation. Even their parents barely speak
yeah.
any of that language, and their grandparents barely speak it. It's just
It's it is what would happen though.
yeah,
it
it
is
is, and that's what's happening. That's what's
And
gonna happen.
that's what we're experiencing in here.
Yeah.
Like the generations
Identity.
as they keep going on and on. It's the original roots are going to be like tough to hold on to.
Yeah, exactly.
At
At the end of the day,
so
but yeah, enough about that for now. We'll see how that goes in the next coming weeks. How America handles that, of course.
fuck man. Just like more.
It has to be America too.
need
It
more-
I know it's
we need
always
more
has to
talk
be
about it.
Atlanta, like it has to be
it needs
Atlanta.
be like, it
of
needs to
course,
be
like why can it?
specific places,
Yeah.
Any Atlanta. This is not. I mean, whatever. It could happen anywhere.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I think dude. We need not like us and everyone else. Like, you need to share more about this that's going on. I don't think there's enough
Oh, okay.
awareness on
feel you.
social media happening. You know what
I've
I
been
mean?
seeing it, but yeah, it's different. It's different
it's
from
different.
the Black Lives
For
Matter.
sure.
Yeah, like-
It's not in your face,
It's not.
definitely.
It's
yeah.
not
like-
as in your
Like
face.
George
Yeah.
Floyd about as in your face as it can get,
Yeah.
and it's great. And then this needs to be
That's
almost.
true.
This
like,
needs to be
yeah.
about.
If I didn't have people of color, like friends or people like I follow who are people like I probably wouldn't have known about it, kind of thing. Like I
Yeah,
don't know if I
facts.
saw it on the trending Twitter.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
I'm sure it was, but you know what I mean.
everyone is for the black community and they try to help it, like of all races and globally, but like Asian community, we need to get the same level of
Yeah.
support because I don't see it personally.
I think that just comes with. I hate to say it, more situations like
Yeah.
these going down.
We also like because
You need to sadly
Get more of it.
show the people the reality of these situations.
Yeah,
and
I
that
think this shit,
is real.
but this shit's been happening for a while. It has just been swept under the rug.
Yeah.
like I've been hearing about attacks on the
Yeah, I have
see
too.
that's the
Asians
Yeah,
for,
that's the
for
problem.
a whole
Yeah.
year, a whole
yeah,
fucking year.
whole fucking
See,
year.
we need
And I
this.
just
this
haven't-
like we always need an incident to happen for us to be able to like.
This is
name
like an
it,
extreme
you know?
incident.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like there
mass
always needs to be a
shooting.
thing, you know.
Yeah.
Literally a mass shooting.
Yeah.
Like that's what it like took to like kind of kickstart it.
Yeah.
Which is so fucked. But yeah, it's how it happens, you know what I mean?
I might
That's
something
how social media works. Like
something and even like shit like that. We just need more people on this thing, and I feel like I don't know. This could totally be a topic in itself, but trying to get so many people on the same page when there's already so much shit already going on in the world, and I'm not trying to downplay any of the stuff that's going on, but it's hard to just get everybody's attention.
Yeah. No, and like for example,
thing,
we know for a fact that America is like a divided nation, like 50-50 in their politics, in their
race.
Yeah, in their just their assumptions about everything. Like you probably have like an equally divided nation of people, and it's how do you talk to them, Like how do you talk, especially when, there's one side that just won't, you don't think they're going to listen to anything from like that you might have to say that might have a point, like
I don't know.
There's no straight forward answer. Like, I don't know.
I don't know either, man.
Like I've just pondered on it for a long time about this. What kind of what steps going forward would, just make everyone just more, in unity, like more together.
Other than the one enemy theory, I'm not too sure. So, we've talked about it before where we have, for example, like the aliens or something like that.
Right.
And I hate to go to the alien talk off of the Asian hate.
Well, I was going to, because when you were like black, brown,
when
you're like black, brown, yellow, white, I'm like, yo, you guys like,
and it's gonna
there's gonna be a green bro.
And we were just talking about the robots too. You know what I mean?
Green, silver, blue, bro.
I hate to lead it to this futuristic.
We're defending the greens, man. The greens.
Green lives matter, bro.
It's gonna be real shit. It's gonna be real shit.
Yeah. Facts,
it's
bro.
Real shit, man. I just don't know, man. Like I don't know. Like
we're just gonna keep falling into the same.
Are we gonna keep doing this
circles,
racist
bro.
shit? Like
we are.
It's just so annoying, You know
what's great? So, I'm reading this book called Barracoon. It's about the last. I haven't talked about this, right?
No,
I don't think so.
The last slave boat that came to America was in 1860, and slave trading was banned in 1808, but they were still doing it illegally. So this is the last boat that went and came back. Jesus. So this author, Zora Neale Hurston, she interviewed the last known survivor of that ship in 1927. So he lived through. So he was born in Africa.
He was a slave. Okay.
Yeah. Lived in Africa till he was about 20. He was born in like 1840. Got captured in 1860. Lived as a slave for about 5 years, and then after slavery, him and like some of the other slaves in his area, they founded Africa Town. It was like kind of like a city in Alabama that kind of had like some African values. It's like renamed now, but I think it still holds a lot of that African culture or whatever. But like, so he has this ridiculous memory of everything that happened, like, and it's hard because she's also like adding notes at the same time, but she tries to keep it as like, she tried not to like make it a story. She tried to like capture his voice as like best as possible, and like, so she didn't get anybody to publish this book at that time in 1927 because everybody kept telling her like, yeah, like we don't really like how you, because it's not slangy, but like she's trying to capture this guy's voice, right? So like it's not like a story, it's just like a guy talking, but it's still a story, like he's telling a story, but like, so nobody would publish it until it just came out in like 2018 for the first time. But like, so he recounts the day that his tribe, he remembers he was sleeping and like he was going through, he was just about to go through the processes in his life where like he becomes a man, so he's like learning how to hunt, becoming part of the army and all this shit. So like he remembers the day that so there was like a big kingdom. It was the country at the time, I don't know, actually it wasn't a country at the time, but it was called Dahomey, like it was a kingdom, and then now it's Benin. But he remembers, so there was like the bigger kingdom, they were basically being like paid by white, like the Americans to capture slaves from Africa. So like in Africa, there were kingdoms of African people who were like the slave runners. They were the middlemen, basically, who would go inland, capture a bunch of tribes, conquer their area, and then bring them back. So he remembers the day that kingdom captured his town. So it was like these women they had like a tribe of like half women warriors, half male warriors. So the women warriors were going around just cutting off people's heads, just easy, just like cutting off, old women, old men. So basically all they were doing were keeping the young men alive. Yeah. So they were just killing everybody else and bringing the heads back with them. And like, so he remembers when he got captured and, they walked him, all through this bush, all the way up to like the kingdom that they went, then like to the Barracoon, which was like the big like slave holding house before they got on the boats. And like sometimes they would wait in those places for like weeks, months, like until a boat came. So he remembers waiting there for like 3 weeks. And then he remembers seeing the white man, like, so they have the story of like who owned that ship and so like his name and shit.
Right.
But like, so he remembers seeing the white guy and like he like remembers talking to the other people in the Barracoon, like this is the first white person we've ever seen and shit like that. So I've always thought, so like I just started thinking about that. Like, can you imagine like that is how it would feel like if we were just all peacefully living, because that's all they were doing. We're just peacefully living in their world as they know it. That's what we're doing. It's a lot bigger. Like we know how big the world is. We know all these different colors and races of people, but like this is all we're doing. We're just chilling. Imagine one day you're just chilling, and then you just see these foreign ships you'd never seen before, and man just come and start cutting your heads off. Like
Look,
like
That's scary,
that's
bro.
a day, like,
and
that's scary.
yeah.
I'm sure they are all aware of white people.
Yeah,
and
they heard
what's going
things
on.
of they
So
knew
there's
things
stories
were going
of
on.
white people coming and
And it finally happens.
and
Yeah.
stealing people
Yeah.
and bringing them to a land that they have no idea
Yeah.
what it's like. And then you mentioned he sees a white person for the first time,
Yeah.
and like I can imagine him thinking that that's literally the devil.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally like the devil himself entering like his world.
Yeah.
Or just like
Like it
they
be,
must
like,
have thought
the
that they were
craziest
different,
feeling.
like physically, right? Like they must have thought there was something about them that was like different.
Yeah, 'cause
and
it's
there
just,
was.
like-
I mean, the language is different. Like
Yeah, they are different.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was so much unknown. Like
Yeah.
I mean, they're all human, right? And little do they know. And it's just like they wonder what would possess these people to enslave us.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
there must be some next level reason why.
Yeah.
And it was literally just greed and money and just exploitation of labor.
basically.
That's what it was.
Basically.
But
It's like the day
I don't
that
know
we
if they
get
understood
captured by
that-
aliens.
I don't know if
we'd be
slaves
like,
understood
"Man,
that
they must
concept
be-
going there."
They must be. The aliens must be the superior race to us. And
And
then
it's just a lazy.
imagine. Yeah, we just find out later
lazy
they're just a
green
lazy
guy.
ass. Yeah, like
He's just green. But he's lazy, bro. And he smokes weed. Not from collective growers, though.
that alien kush.
Yeah, he smokes some next stuff, yo. But he's just lazy. Imagine.
Yeah.
That would be fucking crazy, bro. When we see aliens for the first time, we're like, what the? He looks like me. He's just green.
because
Literally.
they're
That'd be
just
so
they're
disappointing.
just too busy because they want to play fucking video games or something.
Yeah.
You know, like it's crazy.
Because they understand the world different, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know. I'm just sick and tired of the whole racism and like the whole sexist shit and the whole.
Like we live in a big
whole-
world now, bro. Like there's
Yeah,
no
like why
excuses
can't
anymore.
I
man.
understand not understanding
Yeah.
things and people and why they do
But then,
stuff.
but then that's
But it's just like, why not just
yeah.
shut the fuck up and mind your business?
Cool. Like I'm aware that there's people who are they are ignorant to it because
Yeah.
they are not around other cultures. Fuck you, go travel or some shit. Like,
That's what I'm
go-
saying.
go
I mean.
if you can, like if you have the money.
You know these
and I
people
know a lot of those
exist.
white people up there have the money.
Exactly.
So go
Don't get that horse.
go fucking
Get a ticket on a fucking plane.
yeah, go travel somewhere. If you I feel like if you go to other countries, it will I don't know if it'll cure your racism, but it's gonna like open up your mind to other things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I don't know, man. I'm just sick and tired of this shit.
Yeah.
way.
How long is this really? How long are we gonna keep hating gay people and?
jeez, we haven't even gotten into that.
You know, but it's just all, the same shit,
fight, bro.
It's all the same shit.
yeah.
It's
It's
the
the
same
same
shit.
shit. It all means the same shit.
It's all the same shit at the end of the day. And all people had to do was just be like, for example, with the gays, oh, you like fucking people the same that look like you? Cool. All right.
Bro, you heard
I don't,
the Vatican, they just made a law like that they're not going to sanction gay marriages like under the in the Catholic churches or
I
whatever.
didn't hear that. That's great.
And everybody was like, but pedophilia is okay? Like,
yeah. Jeez, you know what I mean?
Jeez, yeah, they'll never.
But let's fuck kids.
They'll never bring that one.
So Pope Francis, is that his name?
Yeah.
So I thought he was a like gay like advocate or whatever, and I remember
that's what I thought too.
I remember him
saying.
saying like gay people were like cool, but like I think the justification is like it's not in the Bible, and I'm like, bro, you say what's in the Bible, like you give the word, like
Yeah.
What does it say in the Bible?
That's what I don't get.
We don't fuck with the gays. But aren't we supposed to be accepting of all people?
I don't know. This
Aren't you supposed to be nice?
I remember reading. I just read
there's
something
things
on
that
Twitter.
Contradict it. Like there's verses that, and you know how it is. Like the Bible was written by how many people over how much time?
1 million people.
And how many languages? You know, like,
so and lost in translation all these years, and it's just like there's lines that like are definitely like not for same sex interaction, and then also like there's lines that contradict it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like God loves all people, blah blah blah. Like there's just like lines like, so like you could literally have a Bible. You could literally have a Bible verse war. Like this line says this and this line says that, and they're like contradicting each other the whole time.
You could. I don't know if there is,
like,
but people could have debates where it's like, yeah, they're looking at
verses,
the same line and they're like that is what it is. Like the entire interpretation and like figuring out what something means, like in art, for example, that only happened because people were trying to figure out what was going on in the Bible. Mm-hmm. Like people didn't give a shit about like what did this author mean when they wrote this or that. I mean, it was, there wasn't a lot of literature and poetry and stuff at the time, but like that's what they were trying to figure out first. People only cared about meaning because they were trying to figure out exactly what people said in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, for real.
Twitch.tv/Lost in Nostalgia. Follow now. Minecraft live reactions,
Editing, chatting.
I was gonna say, are you down for a live stream tomorrow? I don't know.
Yeah, I could do one tomorrow.
Maybe I missed. Wednesday.
I could do one tomorrow. Tuesday. Actually, you guys probably won't even hear this, but whatever. I'm just gonna say it. Tuesday, I'm doing a build off. Yo,
what's that?
I'm building. Me and some man are gonna build against each other.
Oh, the guy you were talking to?
Yeah,
that's sick.
Wait, which guy?
One of our followers. It's elite. I actually have to hit him back. I haven't hit him back yet.
Oh, I thought it was like that was a guy.
But
comics.
No, not comics.
That guy's cool.
But yeah, it's elite was talking. He's talking. He's like, yeah, yo, I'm a pro builder.
So you guys do? Who builds a barn first or some shit?
Yeah, he wants us to like come up with some idea. He wants to just like see how good I am at building, which I'm trash at. But we're gonna do it in creative
from
mode.
Scratch, like.
Yeah.
Oh, creator mode.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you just have access to every block.
Yeah, exactly. So
okay,
we just do whatever we gotta do.
You don't have to go like and get the resources.
Yeah,
that'd be sick though.
That's what I'm saying. Like I prefer to do
start
that.
from nothing. You have to go get the wood and the sand and whatever you need. Like
let's do this. But yeah, so we're probably gonna do that. He's from the UK, so that'd be cool.
Okay. Shit.
Trying to organize that. But yeah, twitch.tv/Lost in Nostalgia, doing shit all the time. Mondays usually around 8 or 9, sometimes Tuesdays as well. Trying to still work out a schedule since it is March. We might be able to, start letting you guys know actual days, but for now, just follow twitch.tv/Lost in Nostalgia. We're almost at, I think, 40 or 30 followers. So appreciate everybody that has already followed so far. Before we get into the next topics over here, I just want to do 2 quick shout outs. Claremont II just dropped a little 3-piece like Drizzy did. This one's not called Scary Hours. This one is actually called, let me pull it up here. It's because it's just the 3 names of the songs, which is No You Don't, Interesting, and My Peace, I believe it's called.
Is there any features on that? Or is it just like
no, I believe it's all just him.
Okay, cool.
Great tracks. He actually did a snippet, or not a snippet, but he kind of like previewed all the songs on his Twitch yesterday. See, he's also using Twitch, folks, so make sure you follow
nice.
Claremont. Yeah, he did a little stream and everything, so he was previewing the songs there. All bangers, nothing really much to say, guys. It's simple. You just gotta check it out. You will not be disappointed. Next shout out is to
New video drop too.
Oh yeah, and new video. New video for My Piece dropped. Which I haven't seen yet, and it looks pretty beautiful in itself, so I'm excited to check out. Next shout out, it goes to MindSoul6, a YouTuber from Toronto. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but you might have seen, and I might have even talked about this on the podcast, I'm not too sure, but he does YouTube videos about savages from the Six.
Yeah, what's his name? Sorry?
MindSoul6.
Yeah. There's a couple guys that do that.
Yeah, but he's like the main one.
But he has the Savages from the Six like series.
Yeah, he has the
Whatever
actual
it's
series.
called?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so he has like
okay.
he does like cool mini docs and stuff like that on rappers from the city and
Yeah.
you know, other hoodmans from the city and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he just dropped his longest piece, I'm pretty sure, yesterday. It was 40 minutes. I watched the premiere because I was just chilling. I was high and I'm like, yo, this would be sick.
I love watching YouTube premieres.
Yeah,
bro.
man. I was sitting there.
I love because I
waiting
never
for the
catch
premiere,
them,
bro.
but when I do, because I never remember, and I'm like, yes, like I'm live right now.
I'm here. We're live.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking we do that for the next reaction.
Yeah, we could do something.
I
like
thought
that for
about
sure.
it and I was like, is it a good idea? And I'm
Yeah,
like,
for the last one, for like the last movie or the next one or something
even
like
just
that.
the next one.
Okay, yeah, we could totally do that. But yeah, I saw it was gonna be out, so I was like, yo, I'm gonna set some time aside for that. And yeah, it was like his longest one. I was 40 minutes deep into learning about Casper and K Money, and I wasn't lost, but I was just like, I was amazed at how well he kept my attention throughout the whole thing. So yeah, just shouts out MindSoul6. Good doc on Casper and K Money. I know some people are kind of iffy about those things, but honestly, it's a good way for you to learn about some of the street politics and shit that's going on here in the city, and in, you know, different types of communities all in the city as well. So yeah, shouts out MindSoul6.
Yeah, there's always the debate about like, are you like glorifying this or not, or but like I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is his approach is not like academics.
No, yeah, he doesn't make
Chirac, right?
He doesn't like. I feel
It's
like
not
with
satire?
academics, yeah, it's not a satire.
Like academics was a satire that just went over people's heads, and
Yeah.
People thought he was just like clowning the whole. Maybe he was, but
He was, because in academics' mind,
I did think it was satire, but
and I hate to be a person to speak from academics' mind, but from my understanding, academics saw it as these are problems that people should not be taking so seriously out there in Chirac, but they do. And he came off as a dickhead before saying that, because there's so much history to the violence in Chicago that so many dead people and their families are involved. It's not cool to try and make it seem like it's a smaller issue than it really is.
Yeah, that is.
But MindSoul6, he does a tasteful.
You wouldn't say that about
he just
the
tells
mafia.
stories. Yeah, you wouldn't say something like that about the mafia,
Yeah.
right?
Like
yeah.
he just that's a good point.
Yeah.
He just like basically it's just his educational.
Yeah, educational purposes.
Yeah.
The thing with MindSoul6 is that and the one thing I love about his content is you could tell he made it, because he gets all these like crazy like stock images and he puts them all together, and as he's telling the story, he'll like, let's say for example, he was saying somebody was caught with a gun, he'll make an animation with stock images of somebody pulling out a gun and being caught with it by the police.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's really like cheesy and corny.
I like when
but it's
people
cool.
do that,
but
yeah.
it's cool because I'm like, damn, like somebody took the time to not only do this whole documentary video essay thing, but they actually had to do all of the animation and shit for it. So that's why I mainly appreciate his videos. So yeah, check him out. Anyways, let's get into more pressing issues, Ian.
Guys, they're canceling all our favorite. I don't know if they were our
Favorites. Chill.
They're canceling the characters from our childhood.
Was it our childhood?
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's a good point, bro. Yeah,
That is a
from
little bit.
childhood. Yeah, from the childhood of the past, whatever,
From the
70
'60s.
years. Yeah.
Whatever.
We kind of
Yeah.
inherited it.
Yeah, we inherited
Yeah,
it.
I mean
Yeah.
the Looney Tunes, as we're about to talk about, is timeless. So yeah,
It was one of those ones. You know, there was certain cartoons where like older people ask you, like, you know about this one. I'm
Yeah.
sure we do it with the kids nowadays. We're like, yo, you know about this shit? You know
Yeah.
about this Pokemon or whatever? Blah blah. But like
The first
it used to
season.
know, like when somebody would be like, you know about the Smurfs or you know about Looney Tunes? Like, yeah, we obviously fucking know about
Yeah.
this shit. Like we're kids.
What do you know about the Ninja Turtles?
the
What are you
original
fucking talking about? Everything.
Yeah.
Turtles.
But yeah, they're canceling
A bunch
some
of
of Ian's favorite.
Don't kill me. hey. Pepe Le Pew is being canceled. I think he's been on the verge of being canceled for several years now.
Yeah.
But I think they like put the nail in the coffin when they said he's not going to be in this new.
When he didn't get the Space Jam role.
He didn't get the
He
space.
didn't get to reprise his
Like,
role.
Yeah. When he had to make a
As
statement.
their, what was he? A power forward? I don't even know what he was.
Yo, he was like a bench. He was like a bench too, bro. I think I seen a tweet where they showed the box score of Space Jam
Don't
1,
kill
and he
me.
played like 2 minutes or something. In the
Trash,
first game.
trash.
They actually have all those stats.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
scored 0 points except
Except
fucking
for-
Jordan, and I think Bugs had like 4 points or something.
Yeah.
And everyone else is trash.
Yeah, and Jordan, it was like 40 dunks or something. Like it didn't actually, it was stupid, but you know.
Yeah. So Pepe's being canceled, and they're saying because of the way he acts, he's
He's a creep.
he's a creep.
Yeah, they said
He-
he perpetuates rape culture.
He perpetuates
Yeah.
rape culture. He is seen. He grabs, kisses, the female skunk without her consent. She's clearly saying no, so it's definitely violation of consent. And even he goes into extremes of
The cat, right? It was a cat.
It's a cat.
Oh,
yeah.
is it a cat?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
she just gets paint on her tail. Which
My
makes
bad,
her
my
look
bad.
Like a skunk.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a cat. And he even goes to the extremes of locking her in rooms and stuff to prevent her from escaping. So that's even like some kidnapping shit going on.
Yeah, that's really creepy shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely as like and you know what's funny, and we said this off cam, like when I was watching that bit in Looney Tunes, even as like an 8-year-old, like I understood his behavior was probably not right.
Yeah, and
You can tell that the cat is uncomfortable.
I would
There's
even
something
say
fun about this.
I would even say I understood that it was maybe I was some next level genius, but I understood that this was not the times now, or it wasn't necessarily what at the time when I was living. It wouldn't be cool to necessarily do that.
Yeah.
And honestly, thinking about it now, I mean, I definitely watched the Pepe Le Pew bits, but it's probably one of my least favorite bits. Like, there's nothing
Realistically.
entertaining about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to
There was
defend
nothing
them, but like
entertaining
I
about
feel
it.
like they were just it's a formula that they had with these shows. They had opponents like adversaries, you Coyote and the Wily Roadrunner. Like you just had to have two people pit Tom and Jerry. Like you just had to have two people pitted against each other.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
they just were doing different variations of that. It's like okay, we
Yeah.
have these like opposite animals. These animals that are. Enemies in nature, so we'll just put them against each other. That'll be funny. But then they're like, okay, let's do one that's a guy and a girl. Like have that aspect of it. And so there's probably parts of those specific episodes where they didn't even realize that it was as offensive as it was now. But I think the general gist of it was like, yeah, they weren't advocating that boys and guys should be acting like this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, for sure, there was a lot of things that were. Just in general, like old cartoons, there's just so many timeless, untimely things and
I want to see something.
outdated.
Is
Okay,
it?
so they're dead. They're dead. I was gonna say it would be interesting now to interview the creators of Pepe Le Pew, and I want their opinion on
That's
like,
what
on
I was just gonna
on
ask.
what that was supposed to be. Or,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to hear their answer. Unfortunately, I think they're dead. I just looked up Chuck Jones. He died in 2002, and this other guy died in 1981. So it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, because
Older shows.
They
so
were
it makes sense.
born in like the early 1900s. So
Yeah.
it's really old.
So okay, so since we can't, because my whole thing is with this is, do we really need to cancel the character? Is it because of their
Or can we rewrite it?
yeah?
Is that what
can
you
we
mean?
rewrite it?
That's a good point.
Can he have a redemption day where maybe he actually finds out that this cat was not a skunk or something, or not even that,
Or just be a character.
or just him just be like, nah, that was fucked up, or even just disregard that whole thing at all, and he's just something new.
Yeah.
You know,
They could do it kind of like how they redesigned the bunny.
which I wanted to talk about last week, and I just totally forgot.
We can get into that too. It's still relevant.
Yeah,
They redesigned her, made her a little more
she looks like a smoker.
just. They made her more whatever,
No, Ian,
not sexualized.
you can't even say that. You couldn't even say not sexualized.
Why?
She didn't even.
She was sexualized a little
She
bit.
was sexualized.
She was like sexualized in the way that like
But
women
The one
have
from
boobs.
Space Jam?
Yeah. Did you see what they did to her?
Lola? No, I didn't. I
Oh,
don't think I've seen
man.
it.
You know what I mean by that? She was sexualized in the way that just women have boobs. So when women have
I
big
get
boobs,
you.
when women have big boobs, they're just automatically sexualized because they have.
But
big
did you hear
boobs.
what they wanted to do with this Lola?
But I guess they could just draw her however they want. No,
With this
no.
Lola, they wanted her to represent a strong female.
Okay.
And I look at that one, and she looks like an addict. There's a difference,
So
you
you're
know.
saying like the old design was more strong?
I would say, yeah, I would say the female, and I would even just say her personality in the original Space Jam was of a strong female. Yeah, I guess there was sexuality behind it, and it was weird finding a bunny attractive.
They also made her more. I mean, even like them. Whatever. Like, there's always been cartoon characters that have been like that. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yes.
even like it's not an animal, but
I know who you're talking about.
Rabbit. What's her face?
Oh, Jessica?
Jessica
Yes,
Rabbit.
yes, there we
She's
go.
been sexualized
Yeah.
for how many years? Like,
Yeah.
it's always been like that character.
Betty Boop.
Betty
Boop.
Boop. Like,
Betty
you
Boop.
know,
That was like the original, like, yeah. Like,
She was
Pinup.
the form. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
the blueprint.
she's
Yeah.
a pinup essentially. So, you know.
I don't know.
But what I was gonna say is the new design is more now I don't know what we don't know what these characters' ages are, but it looks to me
She looks like she's
a child now, or she's younger.
I was gonna say she looks like she's 50. But
Oh well,
she's like an old.
well they
mom.
made her flat chested and her thighs are not as big, and they made her more like a the body shape of what a
rabbit.
like a preteen.
not a baddie.
Like
I don't think so. I think
don't
she
know, I
looks
haven't
way
seen it.
older. Okay, let me get the picture up for Kevin.
I don't know. Like they made her body shape like a preteen, like before puberty. Or I mean, it's hard to say. You know what I mean? Because it's like how old are these characters? We don't know. Like there's no age.
oh, true.
Do you mean like the wrinkles in her face kind of thing?
I mean,
Bro,
yeah,
she
she's
looks
looking older
old.
still.
okay.
She what did you say?
She's looking older still, yeah.
Thank you. She looks old, bro. And I'm cool with that if that's the story. Like,
I see. Maybe.
oh,
what
this
you're
is
saying.
20 years later or whatever.
So what if they've changed?
Yeah.
So she has essentially less makeup,
Which is fine, I don't care.
Makeup because she has like eyeshadow and stuff. What else have they done?
Took away her tits.
Her
Barely that she ever even
her
had.
chest is flat. Her clothes are not as revealing. She doesn't have crop tops anymore. She has those. She doesn't show like thigh anymore. She has the whatever the.
They could
Whatever.
have just kept the same
The
character
shorts
design
under the
and
shorts kind of thing. I don't
just
know
changed
what those
how
are
they
called.
changed the
Change
jersey.
the fit.
Yeah, because
That's all
that's
they
all
had
it
to
was.
do.
They didn't need a fucking. Nobody wears crop tops in basketball. Like, they just didn't need to do that. Like,
Exactly.
Like that was obviously like
Yeah.
a sexualized idea.
That was a sexualized
Let's
idea
make
because
her have a
she had the
crop
crop top and the short shorts. I remember.
yeah.
yeah.
Give her the 2000s NBA player, the baggy
Yeah.
ass shorts and the long ass.
Girls can
jersey,
rock ball
bro.
shorts now. It's hot, you know.
It's fine, bro.
Like, bro, this is off topic, bro. But have you seen the Fortnite? Oh, you're the one who showed me.
Oh fuck yeah, Chun-Li.
Fortnite Chun-Li.
Bro, they took.
I
See that?
re-downloaded Fortnite, bro.
So now that is sexualized.
I talked to my cousins. I'm like, y'all see Chun-Li?
They upped her sexuality from the 90s, which is crazy. Like, I
See,
don't know
that's
how.
what
Which
that-
I thought was impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, she's always like she does but her body shape to me actually represents a woman that would like fucking squat like a lot of weight.
Chun-Li, even with the Fortnite shirt,
Like, you see her
she
legs?
looks like I don't know, like
Like that's what women
it was
look
sexualized,
like. That
but it
squat.
actually it made sense to me. Like I could see her fitting into the Fortnite world just because
Yeah.
like she's always had fucking amazing thighs.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just like if you ever go to the gym and you see a woman that like, clearly squats a lot. I don't know, but hers are like extreme, but like the legs start to look like that.
yeah, she's a superhero.
and,
Like,
and it's like yeah.
yeah, bro. Like she kicks ass.
Are you
Literally.
gonna yeah?
So I don't know. The Chun-Li shit, I was just like, I was cool with them.
That was funny.
That's Chun-Li though.
That was epic. Not giving a fuck. That was funny.
Yeah, bro.
But Looney Tunes is more, they care. They're like, yeah, they're in the whole cancel culture.
What about our boy Johnny Bravo then? Where does he fit in all of this?
Is he canceled?
They're trying to cancel that guy. They're trying to cancel whoever they can cancel.
Yeah, I was trying to look up a list of who they're trying to cancel. Like just all cartoons in general.
Like realistically, the way I look at it is there's a lot of things we would need to cancel because like it's just I just don't like when we go
The
through
way I look at like
canceling characters and shit.
Johnny Bravo is like it'd be like canceling a dead person. Like
No.
nobody like it's the only reason I'm watching like it was on is because I have like a free trial of Cartoon Network or something.
Exactly.
Like, who's fucking watching Johnny Bravo?
No one's watching Johnny Bravo.
You know?
Really. I just don't know. Like, and when are we gonna move away from canceling the characters and start canceling the people that are making this shit?
Yeah,
right? Writing the
and like
content?
for instance, it's like I don't give a shit like if you want Pepe Le Pew as a character or not. Like there's already so many. They probably made new characters, so maybe they don't need him anymore. But like if all he was gonna do was be on the bench in that Space Jam scene and maybe come on the court for like 2 minutes and not have any lines, it's like does it matter if you cancel them or not?
Exactly.
Like, like
so. Yeah, so we all know Pepe is a bit of he's rapey and
he's touchy,
for sure.
yeah.
And he is against it's definitely
if it's one of those if they just said like yo we don't care to rehabilitate his character, we might as well just make a new one or just like then it's fine. It's like yeah, let him like die and let him have had his time basically.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, he, like I said before, he was always one of the probably the weakest characters in Looney Tunes. Like
it felt like something if
really
nobody
my
brought it
favorite.
up and nobody even said like oh. Pepe Le Pew is not going to be in Space Jam. I wouldn't have known when I watched.
I would have
Space Jam.
forgotten that
I
he
would
was
have known
in
this
Space
guy.
Jam.
Yeah, I would have been.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have cared.
He's down the list of characters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we always think of Sylvester and Bugs. And,
I think of a lot of other characters before that him.
And the Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah.
I was gonna say so. Speedy, who's another character that's kind of, B-list or whatever you want to call it. He is potentially being canceled too. He's the Mexican mouse.
Mm-hmm. And that's just because what? Racism?
Just for being Mexican.
It's literally just because like he's a stereotype.
But isn't that kind of racist as well to cancel then
That's what
Mexican
I thought.
character?
That's why Twitter is kind of split on it. They're like, okay, well, they're canceling him because he's a Mexican stereotype. Okay, but you're canceling him because this is cancel culture. Like this is bullshit.
Exactly.
So there's a split on that one. I think more people agree with the Pepe than this one.
Yeah, I get Pepe. I can understand a Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
If like dudes are just being weirdos, then yeah, that makes complete sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
You might even have to call out Bugs Bunny, bro. He was going around kissing mans
Yeah.
without any consent,
Yeah.
permission, and he was kissing dudes, like, and people were trying to kill him.
But here's the thing. According to the New York Times website, Hispanic Online at the time regularly wrote in support to keep it on air. So there's a side of the Hispanic community that actually likes him.
Which I can understand.
Seeing the mouse as a positive representation of Hispanics, the mouse regularly outsmarts the gringo cat Sylvester.
Yeah. I never saw him as a negative thing. Yes, he did perpetuate a stereotype, but he was never like, it was never a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I was trying to, because I barely even remember any. I don't remember any
Like,
of the cartoons.
The most racist thing about him, honestly, was that he was fast.
Yeah, and like the mustache.
And the mustache. Yeah.
That's
Oui,
French.
oui.
That's French. That's French. Pepe's French.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's fast. He like jumps a border.
And
kinda
yeah,
shit.
he says, I don't know if he said anything other than like andale arriba.
But that's
or
like-
whatever.
But that's Spanish.
fucking Roadrunner only said meat, bro. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
Beep, beep. See, Roadrunner. The Roadrunner ones are my favorite. One of my favorites.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Roadrunner was
Yeah.
good.
Roadrunner's one of my
I just felt bad for fucking Coyote, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Yo, he was
Wrecked.
he came with the details, the fucking.
Real shit.
He's like, yo, I got the plans, man.
That leads to another topic. I don't know if we'll get to it today, but at some point it was like, when do you quit?
His life. He's a good analysis of that. He's that dude went through it all, bro. Trying to catch that fucking Roadrunner.
That's crazy.
You know
What's another one?
how much of a bag he blew at Acme or whatever it was
Oh,
called,
that's
bro?
what I'm
Like,
saying.
how much- if he didn't get a discount at some
He made
point,
people
bro.
rich,
This
bro.
guy bought so much TNT.
Guy,
and
if he
shit.
didn't even get a like a promo, like a discount code, like
Yeah, yo, you can't even swing us the promo code so we can go buy something from Acme for you. You know, we get a little sponsorship or whatever.
Yeah, the Roadrunners are my favorite. I also like I like the foghorn.
I was like, wait, what?
The foghorn, the foghorn leghorn ones, the big chicken one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
With the chicken hawk.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are funny. I also like the. Did I? Okay. I also like the. I'm trying to think. Bugs. Like, what's your favorite? Bugs Taz, Bugs Fudd, or Bugs Sammy Sam? Which one's the best combo? You know what I mean? Because Bugs has a couple enemies, right? I'm trying to think, like
Bugs. I think
hunting
Bugs,
rabbit season or the crazy.
Elmer Fudd, I think,
Elmer Fudd-
cheesed me the most, so I liked when Bugs fucked with him the most.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of fucked with Yosemite Sam a little bit, you know, like, even though I was fine with him.
Isn't he
getting-
like a stereotype of a redneck? Oh, that's fine though.
And he's literally
both
red.
of them. Yeah.
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 What was I gonna say?
Hunting rabbits. Taz is good too.
Even thing, yo, Tweety Bird or whatever.
Oh, and so yeah, that was cool. Yeah, they were cool.
Yeah, I like those guys.
Yeah.
they're my favorites. They're doing their thing.
Cause she when he was Tweety Bird or she or
I can't
a guy or a
remember.
girl, bro. I don't even
think it was a
remember.
boy.
Yeah, it was a boy, right?
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure it was a
Tweety
boy.
was a girl.
I think it was a boy. I always thought Tweety
Yeah.
was a girl too until I found out it was a boy. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened in my mind at some
Yeah.
point. I was like, oh, it's a fucking boy.
Okay.
It was like one of those Frieza moments, you know?
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
it was.
that's exactly what it was. those
Frieza
two, yeah.
was a girl until it was a.
Yeah, you're
a
kind of
man.
questioning because when
boy.
Frieza first appeared and Frieza was just sitting down, you're like, that's a thought. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the voice and everything.
The
like,
voice is like
Yeah.
that tail moving.
It's
like-
Yeah, I'm like, that's
purple.
But once Frieza stood up, you're like, oh shit,
yeah.
those are pecs. You know, that's a.
I actually don't remember
It's a
when
dude.
I don't remember when I found out Frieza was a guy. For the longest time, I thought he was a girl. But.
Yeah, I thought Frieza was a girl for a while. But yeah, like honestly, if we just go through the past and just start canceling shit, I don't know, man. Like, you know how much shows
I don't
you gotta
think we need
cancel?
to cancel them. Like you said, we can rework them.
And that's what I'm saying. I prefer to do that, or just leave it as is. Like,
Or
just
if
be
like no, if nobody was
"That was
talking
a
about,
time."
if nobody is talking about it, like don't bring it up. you
Yeah,
know?
man.
Like,
Like-
Actually, I don't even. Yeah, fuck reworking them. That's even like, cause I mean, it didn't even like we did it with the bunny and it didn't work.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that was a thing at a time. We've learned since. You know, can we? Let's just leave it behind.
Yeah.
Remember this show?
Yeah. Fucking.
Total Drama
Yeah.
Island.
Total Drama Island.
Person's like, this guy has at least 22 cases of child abuse to his name.
Don't kill me.
There's a fucking crazy shit they put him through in the show. That's funny.
That's,
Should we cancel them too?
That's when I stopped watching those shows. I never really took in.
You know,
Total
Winnie the
Drama
Pooh steals honey, bro. Are we gonna cancel him too? Caillou's annoying as fuck. We
Caillou
can't-
got canceled though.
Yeah,
so
Winnie
that's-
the Pooh used to walk around with his dick out everywhere, bro.
Why did Caillou get canceled?
because they were like he's actually a brat, so they actually canceled his show.
Oh, I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Like they cancel, like they don't make it anymore. Kind
It's
of.
like that happened like I think within the last couple months.
Yeah.
Okay.
They said no, Caillou's officially
Because
been
the
canceled
show is
because
so
he's a
annoying.
dick. No, it's because he's a dick.
Caillou's
They're like, no, this kid is actually teaching our kids to be assholes.
I gotta rewatch an episode. I actually liked that show as a kid.
Oh, that's why you're like this.
Yeah, maybe that's why. That's why I'm a fuckhead. I don't remember. Like he was.
No,
he,
Caillou was a dick.
I
why?
hated
Did he just,
Caillou,
like,
bro.
assault his parents or something.
He got everything he wanted, and he was fucking complaining about
And if
everything,
he didn't get
bro.
what he wanted, he just cried. Bro.
Yeah.
want it.
And then his parents were like, fine, bro, here.
Caillou.
And his parents were cool. His cat was cool.
Yeah,
like-
everybody was cool.
Yeah.
He was just a dick.
Yeah.
And he's treating everybody like shit, bro. I really liked his dad.
Hashtag cancel a cartoon character. Miss Fizzle. You know what that is, right?
Miss Frizzle.
Yeah,
the
from
Frizzle?
Magic School Bus.
For going into people's buttholes without permission.
Facts.
Yo,
That's actually facts.
that's facts, bro.
That's facts. That's what I'm saying. That was just a time in history, like whatever. You could zoot through someone's butt.
Cancel a
Bro,
character.
that whole class would have came out on her. Done. Yo, what's the white bitch's name, bro? She would have off Miss Frizzle, bro.
Bro, remember they tried to leave that nigga, the redhead nigga
According
in
to
space?
Dorothy, right? According to my calculations,
Yeah,
that girl,
yeah,
she
yeah.
would have came
According
out,
to my
bro.
calculations.
What
Oh
was
my
that
god,
orange haired dude's name? I can't remember, bro.
Arnold.
Arnold was it
Yeah.
Arnold? Remember they tried to leave that kid in space or some shit.
This guy got frozen,
He
bro.
froze on Pluto or some shit.
He took his head off, his mask, his helmet off in
So
Pluto. I remember
that actually
I was
scarred
scared.
me.
Yeah, because I remember his face was just blah. I was like, yo.
I remember that actually genuinely scarred me. They took that nigga's helmet off, bro. I was like, I was like, yo. And he froze to death.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Wild, bro. Wild.
He's gonna cancel every character.
Cancel his cousin too. The girl who looked like him. What was her name? Janet or something.
Janet, I think. Yeah.
That
Pretty
bitch.
sure.
Yeah.
Yo.
What else are we gonna do?
She was in the other class.
All of them,
What
bro.
else Twitter's got? We're gonna cancel Swiper from Dora because he's a thief.
I'm just saying.
Swiper, no Swiper. We're gonna cancel Thomas the Tank Engine because he causes global warming.
I'm just done with those people, man. We can't keep canceling things, people, especially cartoon characters. Let's go after the creators. Let's just leave it alone.
Yeah, just
It's done.
Make better shit, bro.
Yeah, man. Like, if you want to see positive change in the world, actually make the change. Don't go back to the past and try to rewrite history.
Yeah, a
and-
cartoon made in 1940 when World War II was going on is
They
racist?
were barely over black
What?
people. They were barely over us. They were like, fucking.
Yeah, people.
They were barely over
Bro,
it, man.
slavery was 2 generations away, removed, bro. Like,
Barely. You know? You were still being called the
literally.
N-word while that show was on.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Let's just-
like Disney had racist cartoons like public already.
yeah, man.
Disney, yeah, like isn't
the
like their
Japanese
old
ones.
catalog? All of them start with like a disclaimer or something, some shit like
Yeah,
this is
yeah, yeah,
offensive
they had
or
to start
something.
doing that.
Maybe
Yeah.
now, and Disney Plus does that
Yeah.
with their show.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
their
not
originals
for the Disney. Yeah, like
Their
and their old,
originals?
yeah, their old shit. Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the racist cartoons based on like World War II out of Disney?
Yeah, I've seen all those. I've seen all those.
Like
racist
they were made
shits.
in the 40s. They were just like depicting Japanese people.
Yeah,
They made them like super, they gave them all the stereotypes.
yeah. I've seen the ones with the black
Squinty
people.
eyes and all the
Yeah.
big heads, and they made them look fucking stupid basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I
It
understand.
wasn't that long ago, guys.
But it was just that was a time, bro. I think that's the type of stuff we need to keep. You need to remember that shit happened, bro, so that people just don't forget. Because then if you start erasing history and trying to cancel shit, then people are gonna forget. And then when we have the aliens and the robots up on us, then you guys don't want to be racist and assholes to them. And it's just gonna lead to more issues. Let's keep our history.
That's true. Yeah, if we keep erasing this shit, then like, how are the kids gonna learn? Like, we only know about shit like slavery and the world wars because we learned about it. Like, we didn't
Exactly.
we didn't live it.
Yeah, I never learned that shit.
Yeah.
I have to learn about the racist shit that was on TV.
Yeah.
And the crazy shit. You have to learn about that stuff so that you understand where the world was, and that stuff is no longer accepted. you know?
And for example, it's like it would be hard for us to be like, okay, but how could people have justified something like slavery or even segregation
It's
or
like
world
Danny
wars
Phantom.
Yeah.
at that time? But watching a show like watching Pepe Le Pew, for example, is a kind of a glimpse into that world of
It
like,
is, literally.
oh, this is what mans were thinking like back then.
And again, as a kid, I was like, "That's fucked."
Yeah, because that's the thing with I think that was part of it, is like when we were watching those Looney Tunes cartoons, I think as much as we were kids, we were like, oh, this shit's from 1940s or
Yeah, I
50s
was
or
like,
whatever.
this is
So it's like,
old.
so this is something that our grandparents would be watching. It's like, okay, so this is what they were watching when they were kids. Like that was what was going on in their heads. Really, like, oh, this is fucked. Like,
Yeah.
this is a newer time we're living in right
I
now.
did make that. Yeah, I believe I did make that connection.
Yeah, I'm sure, right?
When I was
Like,
younger, I understood that this was
Yeah.
like
is
just a
old.
product of its time kind of thing.
It was on Teletoon Retro. Like,
Yeah.
shit was old.
But yeah, all that sus stuff going on there. I always knew that was like something wrong with it when it comes to Pepe and
Yeah.
any kind of other stereotypes. Yeah. Just kids are and then that just shows that kids are not as dumb as you think.
Yeah, man.
Like, I think a lot of fucking parents and people believe kids are literally gonna believe at face value what they're watching. Like,
Nah, kids are smart these days.
they're a
man.
little smarter than that. You know what I mean?
They're out
Like,
here making their TikToks and shit like that, and
Yeah.
editing videos better than mine on their phone.
for real.
They're smart, yo. They know what they're doing. They know what's going on too. Like, they know what's going on in the world. They're not that dumb.
Yeah.
They're not. But I've been meaning. I had so many topics the last couple of weeks, and
Really?
I forgot to write them down. but I have a very pressing question. And actually, I should write something going off of that Pepe thing, but we're not going to get to today. But
No worries.
Godzilla versus King Kong. Who is it? Who wins?
Jeez. When'd you come up with this one?
I've been meaning to ask you guys that for like 3 weeks. 3-4 weeks.
In general, Godzilla versus
Because of the movie. The movie's coming out soon.
Oh, it is?
And everybody has been debating, who's going to win? But everyone's been like, it's not, no one's going to win. It's going to be like Batman versus Superman.
Have they ever fought?
There's some movies.
There have been movies before, yeah.
I think this movie they're trying to do some backstory where like they're two ancient creatures or something.
Yeah.
This is not based on the 2014 Godzilla, right?
No, this is a different
Good.
Godzilla.
That one was shit.
Which one? 2014? Which 2014? Which one was
That's
that?
Samuel in that?
Oh, you're talking. My bad. You said Godzilla. I don't know why I heard King Kong.
No, Godzilla. No. The Peter Jackson King Kong is great.
Okay, yeah.
I love that movie.
This shit's coming
I'm
out
talking about
too.
the 2014 Godzilla with fucking Kick-Ass. Like the dude who played Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
You know that dude? I
that
forgot
shit
his
was kinda
name.
Garbage.
Yeah,
Samuel
that-
L. Jackson was in that too, right? Skull Island?
I wouldn't.
Is that what it's called?
No,
Oh,
that's Kong.
That's Kong. Oh, that's Kong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
You
right.
see, I got it mixed up too.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they made the best King Kong. Okay, besides like the actual original King Kong, Peter Jackson King Kong is really good.
What, the
I-
1931? Have you
No,
watched
no,
that?
no, no. The Peter Jackson with Jack Black.
The Jack Black one was pretty.
Yeah,
good.
yeah, the Jack
That
Black
one's
one was
good.
Yeah.
That one's really good. Huh?
Priscilla. No, there's. I didn't want to say her name. But I just did. We'll talk about that later.
Oh man.
Damn, that's tough. Anyways, yeah, who do you guys think would win?
Some
bro?
inside thing I don't know.
Who do you guys think would win? King Kong, Godzilla. In this movie, they're about the same height. I think Godzilla has.
See, yeah, like
I mean,
what the
not
fuck is
Godzilla.
this? Like, I'm looking at this picture, and it's like, my phone would actually do it. Like, oh my god, what the fuck?
This guy's clicking on everything.
No,
bro.
I'm just trying to look at the photo. See, that's ridiculous. Like King Kong is literally the height of a skyscraper,
Yeah, they're both taller than
and like
the
and like
pyramids.
and like I never. And like Godzilla is the height of a skyscraper, but King Kong in my mind is never been that big.
Yeah, he's
Right, because
only
King
this
Kong
big
was at
for
the
the
top
movie.
of the
King
top
Kong
of
and
the
King Kong
Empire
has
State
been
Building, right?
depicted as that big, but I always thought it was silly to have an ape, literally the size of a fucking building.
Yeah,
And King Kong is a big ape. He's probably like 30 feet, maybe max.
I think I was
standing
watching.
upright,
I was watching something
but
recently. And they gave me
fucking
the measurements. I can't remember.
He's fucking like 1,000 feet here. What the fuck?
1,000 feet. Don't
Yeah.
kill me.
Like it's just ridiculous. Like, well, look at him. Like that's a fucking aircraft carrier, bro.
Bro, that's a boat that
That's
they're
a-
fighting on.
That's you know how big aircraft carriers are? Some aircraft carriers can be like 1 kilometer long.
Yeah, I know.
Like, do you understand how big that is, dude?
That's fucking massive.
Like, I mean, it's just a painting to scale, but it's just like ridiculous.
Yeah.
But anyways, now that we got they're about the same size,
Yeah, they're
then
about
it's
the
like
same
who's
size.
gonna win? Well, fuck, I don't know. Godzilla would always win if it was classic King Kong. Godzilla
I-
would just step on his ass, like.
So I think, yeah, me personally, I think it's Godzilla. It makes the most sense to me. I don't underestimate King Kong though, just because he has the reach, you know, and he has 5 fingers. So he's able to hold shit, you know.
Okay.
But at the same time, I look at King Kong and I'm like, these niggas just shot you to death.
Yeah,
You were just shot up for an afternoon or a night,
that's facts. Yeah,
and you died. That's pretty trash.
yeah.
Godzilla,
He was taking tanks, yeah.
tanks, lasers,
armies, yeah,
androids,
yeah.
Well,
mecha suits.
Godzilla is a reptile, obviously, and his skin, his scales are gonna be thick.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's gonna be more defense. You know, he's gonna have more ability to take
Yeah.
those like bullets or shells or whatever. If they're shooting at him versus like King Kong's just like a very large animal. Still has like flesh. Still has like a bullet can go through him kind of thing.
But you
know what I
think
mean?
he's so thick.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, he's a huge ape.
Yeah.
Apes, their muscles are like cords.
Yeah.
Like that's muscle that no human would even understand if they even put their hand on. If you put your hand on a monkey's chest,
Yo, apes are really strong. Apes can take bullets.
Yeah.
And like, they'll be okay for a bit, anyways.
Fibers, like, and if you're
they'll
King
probably
Kong,
die eventually.
He probably has like, you know how much like just shit he has on his body.
Yeah.
Just layers and layers of muscles.
It's been proven you can put a couple bullets into an ape and to a gorilla, for example, and
yeah, we did see that with King Kong. That's what I'm saying.
They'll still have some life in them, you know. Like,
yeah.
They can charge your ass, but if we're talking them fighting, because we're talking about like shooting at them, but like say they're fighting, yeah. I mean, I think mobility, like King Kong's gonna have that ability to move more swiftly.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought Godzilla was mobility is terrible. Like,
yeah,
he just
definitely
stomps around and he's like fucking just like, you know, like for him to probably take some like a minute to turn around. Like, I feel like King Kong's gonna be more agile, so I think he's gonna have that that advantage. But then like Godzilla fucking breathes fire. Like
that's not even fire. It's some laser.
Or he has the lasers.
It's some weird.
He's doing the lasers. I don't know. They do different ones.
Fragment grenade type. I don't know.
So like,
you know the grenades from Halo.
There's different. There's different like a laser.
The you know the alien grenades.
The stickies.
Yeah, the stickies.
Oh, the sticky grenade.
Yeah.
When you charge it to shoot the fucking
that gun.
the
Yeah, or
mongoose?
no, but remember like the glowing grenades that they had.
Oh, sticky grenades.
Yeah, like the actual stickies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, some shit like
Fuck
that.
those. You ever
I don't know.
chuck it on a man's face, yo.
Yeah, he has some
You
shit
run
like
into
that.
them.
That's the problem with Godzilla is they've done so many things with him. Whereas King Kong has usually just been like a giant ape. But
They've just like
Godzilla,
changed.
they've changed and
Yeah,
done
he's
so
had
many...
like laser beams, fire, like he's been like different looks and shit.
Yeah.
King Kong's just been. I mean, they've just changed the size.
Because technically, like I would want to say that King Kong might be more intelligent too, right? But I don't know. Like they could just make Godzilla intelligent too, right?
Yeah.
So, but technically, it would make sense if Godzilla would have to be the one that was like smaller and fighting from like his agility and like and then Godzilla is just like the big one,
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely see. The whole rumor behind it is that it's gonna be Mecha Godzilla, and basically Godzilla and King Kong got to take on Mecha Godzilla, right? But the beef starts between them because, like in the trailer, it says Godzilla's been killing all these people and we don't know why. So King Kong, they're thinking King Kong's gonna pull up on the regular Godzilla. He's gonna be like, "Yo, what's good? Like, what the fuck?" He's gonna and then they're gonna fight. They're gonna duke it out. They're gonna duke it out, right? Because Godzilla's like, "What the fuck? Like, I haven't even done shit. I've been chilling in the ocean, right? I've been on my other shit. I've been fighting Mothra and shit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
But then King Kong's gonna pull up on him and be like, "Yo, dude, like you're killing people, da 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 da." And then they're gonna scrap. They're gonna fight it out, and then they're gonna take in. Oh wait, there's an attack happening in Metropolis or whatever now.
Yeah.
I'm not there, dude. You're here sitting with me right now.
It's crazy.
So they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's the Mech Godzilla or whatever it's called, Mechazilla or whatever. I don't know what the fucking name is, but
Mecha Godzilla. Yeah.
Mecha Godzilla. That's what people are
Okay.
Which would be an interesting plot.
That would be cool.
So that would be like a human operated,
and human operated.
Yeah,
one.
okay.
They're saying this is somehow connected to the original Godzilla versus King Kong from whatever year that was, when it was just two dudes fighting in a suit. They're saying it's connected to that because.
So how do you guys feel?
It's deep. It's just some deep the gods.
I want to say that, and it's interesting, and I don't know how much this is gonna affect the movie and the way it's gonna be. The director, I know this director. His name's Adam Wingard. He's mainly been a horror movie director. Like he's done.
Sounds familiar.
He did the Blair Witch remake.
Has he been in American Horror Story or anything?
I don't know. He did the Death Note Netflix movie or whatever.
Oh,
he did. I'm sure that's shit.
Did he do the Cloverfield then too?
He's done a few good movies though. Like he's done.
I thought there was another movie that was
He done Your Next, which I actually
Your
liked.
Next is cool.
that was
You
a
like
good
that
movie,
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably like his best movie.
Isn't
He
there
did
like
the
another,
VHS series.
There was like another
Outcast.
handheld camera movie, like wasn't that Cloverfield?
Yeah, it was Cloverfield.
Like the Cloverfield's like the
Blair
original.
Witch, right?
Blair Witch was the original.
Yeah. Did he do Cloverfield as well or no?
No.
That was just inspired by it?
No.
Because it was like handheld camera thing. Or
Those
whatever,
are different guys.
Yeah.
But the Blair Witch was like the early 2000s.
Yeah, Blair Witch is old.
He did some fucking shitty. I didn't even know they remade it.
I remember when they originally did Blair Witch, people thought that shit was real. Like, I didn't know it was just a movie.
Yeah, this is like, yeah, he's mainly a horror film director. So I wonder how that's gonna affect this movie. If this movie's gonna have more horror elements to it or something, or it could be more scary, maybe.
I just wonder what it's like to be a director directing two massive beasts that aren't actually there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all fake.
It's
Like
all
everything's fake. Like
I don't know if I could be a director that just works on green
and then like
screens.
who writes? You know how they like the script is dumb. It's just like Godzilla and it's like the whole script's like Godzilla King Kong fight, and that's it. Because there's no dialogue.
Yeah.
They have epic battle.
Yeah, that's I
like
wonder
the
how
movie.
like those movies.
Yeah.
If the scripts are only like they're like half an hour, and then the rest
Yeah,
is just
yeah.
like fight scenes and
Yeah,
shit.
but it's literally how the scripts are. They just
Yeah.
like write a block of text describing the fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, that's how they did.
The
Like
whole-
Pacific Rim was like that.
Yeah.
And
The whole screenplay is like
yeah.
5 pages long.
yeah,
yeah.
Because all it is
Well,
is
the way they
fights.
do it is gonna be like Pacific Rim. How they do Pacific Rim, right?
Yeah.
So
Pacific
it's
Rim.
all fake.
Did they ever have a second movie for that? Did they? Yeah.
Yeah.
I never saw it. I remember I liked the first one a lot.
So that's why I wish like Guillermo del Toro was doing this. That'd be fucking crazy.
That'd be wild.
It'd be crazy, or an actual Japanese director
Yeah.
that is like that is like had experience with monster movies. Because like, I mean, as much as this guy, he's done a couple decent movies, but like, you know, he's definitely not in the world of monster movies. And there's a specific way of doing them, and I just hope this doesn't become too Americanized, and
It will.
it'll be shit.
it could be horrible.
Yeah.
Like, just yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, American productions they're not good at making monster movies. Like, there hasn't been that many good ones.
I'm trying to think. What was the
Like
last
Peter
one I liked?
Jackson is like the best one, if you even count that as a monster movie. That's Peter Jackson. Like, he's one of the best directors
Yeah.
out there, right?
I don't know. What was the last? I think literally Cloverfield was one of like the last
I guess that counts.
monster disaster
That
movies
counts.
that I really
yeah,
liked.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was really good. That was a whole new style. That has now become so shit and repetitive that no one's doing it anymore.
Yeah.
Found footage, but that was like when found footage was fresh.
It was still
Yeah.
cool.
So it was like really.
There's
it
that
was
other
really
one
well done.
where some guys got superpowers or something too. I don't remember them.
Super 8 or whatever.
No. Chronicle.
Yeah.
Chronicle.
That movie was so dumb.
Yeah.
You
I
guys like that
I
movie?
never watched that one.
That
'cause
movie's mixed.
That's one of those ones where I could tell it was gonna be kind of shit, probably.
That movie has mixed. There's people who love it and there's people who hate it.
I watched it. I barely remember it, but I thought I don't know. I was like, I didn't like it. I didn't love it, but I thought it was.
They were still in the world. Yeah, it was a little newer. I think the Paranormal Activity, they fucking killed it. The whole found footage
Yeah.
thing, to be honest. As much as I actually like that series. Do you like Paranormal Activity?
I can genuinely say I love Paranormal Activity,
I don't mind it. I don't mind how many they've made.
but they did the whole.
It's like Saw. Like, I
have
don't
you
mind.
seen all of them?
I think maybe not the newest one, but
That's what you got to see because I can't really say it, but I'm gonna say
They
it.
did the Fast and Furious.
They did the
thing.
Fast and the Furious
Yeah,
thing.
they tied it all
They
together.
made it all make
basically.
sense.
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah.
And they were just stringing those, like they're just writing them as they go.
Yeah.
Like there's no way they figured all this out.
Yeah, for sure.
In
yeah.
the first
sure,
couple ones.
But then it was like the last one they did it where it was like I think most characters from like all of them were in it or some
Yeah.
shit, right? Like they did like a time travel.
They connected it,
thing. Yeah.
even the
and it's a crazy connection.
Mika,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the original one, like the
Yeah, no,
original
I mean
bitch,
like the first.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Oh shit.
The first movie connects to the last
Shit,
one,
and that was just an indie film.
and it's crazy.
That first one was just an indie film shot for like a couple
Yeah.
$1,000. Like
Yeah, man.
it was like 20 grand the whole budget.
That's just what you can
Yeah.
do, yo, when you have some cool ideas.
And then Paramount bought it, and
Yeah,
And they just threw
I
money in
liked
it.
I liked the Paranormal Activity series. I think there's like those two in between movies with like the blonde girl, and she's like on her cell phone. You know, when they try to like update it to our times now, and then I think there was one more, but if not, it might have been the last movie, with the whole time travel stuff, where I was kind of skeptical about it, but I watched it and I'm like, this one's actually sick. But that one movie, I think it was number 4, with that little white girl in her house, I was like, I'm not feeling this shit. But other than that, I think all of them are pretty good. They're all the same kind of technique. You know, it's nothing really goes on until like the last 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like the first one is just the two people, and then they get a family, and then there's like babies involved.
Yeah.
And there's like, and then they get into this whole witch thing, and it starts to go crazy. I gotta revisit the timeline.
Yeah.
It gets confusing.
That'd be a good
it goes
reaction.
like it goes
Yeah,
like prequel, sequel, prequel, prequel, sequel. Like,
Yeah.
like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Prequel to the sequel of the prequel.
Yeah.
Like,
It
what
makes
is this?
Sense though. It makes sense in the end.
They
Like, what
brought
is
it
this,
all
a
together. Which
Fucking
is
Legend of Zelda
really
timeline,
good.
like fuck.
Basically.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, you could say something like that. You definitely could say something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's holes in it if you were to dig really deep.
Yeah.
But like,
It's like,
like if you just watch it, you're like, yo, they connected everything. Bro.
Yeah. It's really sick though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it for today, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening to the pod today or watching the pod. Really do appreciate you guys. Shouts out to our sponsors, Collective Growers out in Ottawa and Pembroke. If you are in those areas, check them out if you need a dispensary. Twitch.tv/Lost in Nostalgia. Live streams Mondays, Minecraft, live reactions, editing, and, you know, other just fun stuff. Chatting, whatever. I think that's pretty much it. Check out Claremont's project. Check out that 750 Loon project if you have. Jesus. Fuck. And please show your love and support to the people in the Asian community. Specifically, of course, the Chinese, Koreans, Filipinos, Indonesians,
All of them.
Japanese.
You're gonna really have to list all of them, like
All of them, you know.
You can't miss
Vietnamese,
one.
Yeah.
Vietnamese.
You have to keep
And then
going.
also
Taiwanese.
Yeah, and then shout out everybody, you know.
But then
Yeah.
just shout out everybody in the Asian community.
But
and
this
just shout
week,
out everybody,
you know, like,
bro.
yeah, make sure you if you didn't know what was going on in the past
Yeah.
year and in the past like 150 years with Chinese,
Yeah.
Chinese
You don't know what's
mechanism.
kind of been going
Yeah.
on. Then
at least do a brief read up, you know.
yeah, checking on your people. You know, make sure everybody's good and straight because you know your friends might be quiet about it. They might not be posting up on social media about it, but it doesn't mean they're not going through something at home. You know, so check in with your people, yo. Spread love, yo. We don't need no more of this racist nonsense, bro. I'm telling you, once these aliens, these androids show up, we're gonna have the same issues, and they will fuck us up. They're gonna fuck us up. Get this shit out of you now.
They're gonna
man.
put us up against each other even more.
More. Anyways, thank you for listening to the pod today, episode 74. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.